Hey EHP athletes, it's Carla here, and I know you haven't seen me a lot lately as I'm still technically on maternity leave, but I just wanted to talk to you about some COVID reminders as we go into this fall season. As a reminder, we still ask that you guys socially distance, so please keep your 6 feet apart while you're in the gym, and we know that you don't have to wear a face mask while you're physically exerting yourself, so please just when you're upstairs in the athlete lounge and stretching, just try and mind that 6 feet unless you are like roommates or family members with that person. I just want to address something that is interesting. We know that 99% of COVID is transmitted through air, so less than 1% is via touch. So we are still going to clean our equipment, but we don't have to clean it so vigorously. We don't have to take out the backpack every single time because we know that it's really rarely transmitted via surface. So that's good news. The other thing I've been asked is you see other gyms have like squares taped to their floor, and why don't we do that? Well, if you look at the CDC, they are looking at close contact, and what close contact is within 6 feet of a person for greater than 15 minutes. Well, if we tape squares on the floor and somebody's in one square next to you who as a positive case, you would be considered close contact because you were next to that person for greater than 15 minutes. So we don't tape squares on the floor because you're passing and coming and going, and it actually decreases your contact time for actual the higher transmission rates is what the CDC has been telling us. So that's why we don't have squares taped on our floor. So we just ask that you are socially responsible and keep your distance from people. Just a reminder, you do need to have face coverings on the office side. I know a lot of people have been covering with their shirt, use that as a last resort. Please try and have a mask or headband or something that you pull down. So we're just trying to abide by the law. What happens if we have a positive case at EHP? So this has happened, but it's been very isolated. So if you have a positive case, we ask that you flag your head coach. The entire coaching staff is flagged of that person's name, just so we are able to distribute appropriate notification for others. We do not release that person's name to other people in the gym. And if that person has come in close contact, which means that 15 minutes or greater within 6 feet or less, which shouldn't really have been a case unless you were in a one-on-one coach with a meeting or one-on-one meeting with a coach or something of that nature, or you were not abiding by our rules, then we have to go through that. This is also why it's really important for you to sign into classes that you are here and not sign in when you're not here. Use the OIC for that. Because the state of Minnesota asks that we track, and we can actually really track because we know who comes when and where and what time, so that we can get all that information. So if we do have somebody who has a case, we look at when the date of symptoms were. We go 1 week prior to that, and then we send email notifications to anybody that may have been in that class. That doesn't mean you have to go get tested. It just means monitor your symptoms. You can still come to class. You can still go do about your daily life. But it's just flagging you that somebody that was in that class did have a positive case. What happens if we do, we have what's called an outbreak? So in our space, if we have greater than 5 people, staff, athletes, whoever's coming in this building who test positive, we'll shut down for at least 48 hours and do a top to bottom cleaning. And then obviously those people who have been in close contact and that have COVID have a 2-week quarantine. And if an employee tests positive, we will be following the updated CDC guidelines for them coming back to work, just so you know that we're kind of in the loop for that. So I just wanted to give you the rundown of some COVID updates for this fall. So please take a look and listen and chat with your friends about it. And we want this to continue to be a safe and happy place for you to come. And we really hope that we have this opportunity throughout the entire winter. Have a great night.